Good morning and welcome to Deeper Diving's YouTube channel, where today we're going to have a look at another set of fins. The fins we're going to have a look at today are the Fourth Element Tech fins. Now these are kind of new on the market and ones that Nora wanted to buy. Before we go any further, please do me a massive favour and hit the like button and give us a thumbs up if you really enjoy our content. Also, if you're interested in seeing more content like this, smash down on the subscribe button and hit the notification icon so that you can get information on when we post up more videos like this one. So why are we reviewing these fins? Well, after our general fins review that we did last year, where John sat down and looked at a number of different types of fins available on the market and came to the conclusion that for our purposes, or for his purposes, the jet fin design was the best design, Nora decided she wanted to buy jet fins. After our video of looking at the different styles and types of jet fin, Nora decided that she wanted to buy the Deep 6 Eddy fin. This is a Deep 6 Eddy fin. This is my Deep 6 Eddy fin, and I love this fin. Reason why she chose it, and you can look in the video for details of it. It's a jet fin, it's solid, it's hard wearing, it's got good power, but more importantly, it's slightly positively buoyant, so helps in warm water, diving without a dry suit, to keep your feet up, and it gives you a nice neutral buoyant position. So she bought the Deep 6 Eddy. However, she bought the small, medium size, which are a little bit too small. They're good fins, but the fin size is actually quite compact and too small for her. So she decided she wanted to buy a slightly bigger fin. And then Fourth Element came into the market with their tech fin. And Nora looked at all of the technical specifications. She reviewed all of the videos and all of the written articles about these fins to determine whether they would be better for her than the Deep 6 Eddy fin, and came to the conclusion they're teal. So it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter what review there is. It doesn't matter what anybody says about them. They're teal, and therefore they're perfect. And so I'm going to give you an independent, unbiased review of these fins. So about these fins, apart from being teal, they are available in black and other colours too. So let's talk a little bit about these fins then. So Fourth Element launched these earlier on this year, and they refer to them as their OceanPositive fins, citing that they're made from 100% recyclable materials, which is good. However, that's not the same as they're made from 100% recycled materials, as I don't think they're made from any recycled materials, it's just recyclable. And then I asked the question, but in other fins, how much of their materials are recyclable? I don't know, I honestly don't know. So if somebody does know, please bang that down as a comment in the section below. I'd be really interested to know as to whether that is something to be positive about or whether it's just marketing spiel. But they're made from 100% recyclable materials. They do have good spring clips under these straps, and they come with a really good clip to be able to hook the fins to your BCD or to your wing, giving you both hands free. They're a slightly different shape to other jet fins. They're a little bit shorter, a little bit wider, and they have these little details on the fins and the blades, which are all designed at helping water flow through the fins and improving your propulsion. They've got a nice soft foot pocket. It's very, very soft and very, very comfortable foot pocket. And I would say a medium degree of flex. They're more flexible than, say, a Scuba Pro jet fin or the Deep 6 Eddies, but they're not as flexible as, say, an X-Deep jet fin, which we really found to be too soft. In terms of length and size, if I compare them to the fins I have, you can see the Deep 6 are ever so slightly longer and about the same width. So not too bad at all in terms of sizing. They're pretty good fins. As I said, they come with a spring clip, but it is not an adjustable spring clip. If I look at the sides here, you can see there is no adjustment in there, so it's one size fits or not. Whereas majority of other jet fins that I know have at least some degree of adjustability where you can move the spring clip between these 4 anchoring points, 2 on either side. So what about their performance? Now, I've been diving with these fins back to back, and I've actually been wearing one on one foot, one on the other foot for a couple of weeks now, just to get a feel of what they're actually like. And so a couple of the bits that I've noticed. They're good fins. I'm not going to deny it. They are good fins. Bits that I like about them is the strap. The spring clips are good. The foot pocket is very comfortable, and I found that when I was using my Poseidon Converse boots, these were more comfortable than my Deep Six fins were for the same size. I've noticed they give me good propulsion, and whilst the fin blade isn't as stiff as the Deep Six Eddy or the Scuba Pro jet fin, I find that it gives you less fatigue on your ankles whilst going on a normal dive. However, if I need to get the move on and I need to just put a bit of power in, I don't get the same power delivery as I would do from the Deep Six. The main thing I noticed the difference though, the main thing that kind of would be the clincher for me as to whether I would say yes, I would want a set of these fins or not, is I chose the Deep Six fin like some people choose an Apex RK3 because they're slightly positively buoyant in salt water. And so going back to a fin that's slightly negatively buoyant in salt water, I find is a little bit uncomfortable. There's a little bit of a change in dynamic, a little bit of change in my positioning, where I've got used to being feet up, very feet up, and enjoying that. What I find with these is that I'm now back down to a feet down position, and there are occasions when I might crack my knees against a rock or something whilst I'm diving. And it's just now having to think slightly differently about trimming, weighting, or orientation in the water, whereas with my lovely orange Deep Six, I don't need to do that, as my knees stay above my hips almost all the time. The fins themselves have actually held up quite well. I mean, Nora's been using these for a few months now, and I've been using them for a couple of weeks. They show no signs really of scuffing or marking up. I kind of expect that with a dive pro. We don't exactly sit there with our fins dragging across the bottom of a reef or the sand, but they still look nice and robust and still look nice and clean. And the teal colour, whilst it's not my favourite, it's actually quite an attractive colour, and maybe if other manufacturers made their fins in a colour like this, it would be more appealing to some of the female market, I guess. Ultimately though, I guess it comes down to which fin would I choose. They're about the same price. I think in the US, the Fourth Element fin would be more expensive because of import duties into the US. These are UK manufactured or UK distributed. I suspect somewhere on here, made in Taiwan. Actually, both of my fins are made in Taiwan, and I would probably imagine made in the same factory. But anyway, these are more expensive in the US because of import duties, whereas these ones are shipped direct and distributed via the US. So these were a little bit cheaper. I think at the time of buying these were about $140 and these were about $160. So not a massive amount in it. Obviously from a colour perspective, orange has to win. You know, orange is the new black. You don't hear anybody saying teal is the new black. Teal is teal. I would probably choose the Deep Six Eddies, and it's not any significant difference and it's not any material difference. It's purely for me as a personal preference, the positive versus negative buoyant. From a flex, from a in the water, there really isn't much to tell, and so in that regard, Fourth Element coming into the tech fin market have actually made a really good tech fin. I've really made a good fin all over, but it's a good tech fin and one that I would endorse and recommend and say is a good fin if you're happy with negatively buoyant. If you're not happy with negatively buoyant, and these things are quite heavy, I mean they're not really any heavier than this from a baggage and packaging perspective, but the fact that they're negatively buoyant and will drag you down a little bit means that you have to change your orientation and be prepared for that slightly feet heavy feel in the water. So if you are a hips down, feet down kind of person, these possibly won't be the fins for you. However, if you are that kind of person and you want to be slightly feet up, then I got to recommend the Deep Sixes every time. So to cap it all, fourth element, tech fin. I'd love to know a little bit more about their green ocean protection thing, and whether they are pioneers in the space of recyclable materials, or whether they're no different to any other fin manufacturer or not. But I actually quite like their fins. They're good, solid, robust first entries into the market, and I would put them as a thumbs up. Definitely say go buy them if they're the type of fin you're looking for in teal, which might work for you. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. Thank you for joining us and spending some time with us this morning. And please stay tuned to our channel for more content. Have a great day.